the minor actor. Exactly. A guy is the minor actor. So, and then, the major actors, at that time, they had a major challenge. What was the major challenge? Exactly. So something is always missing in this life. Something was just missing. Something was just missing. So there was no child. And God had promised Abraham that, don't worry, you'll be the father of many nations. I will bless you. Your name will be great and all of that. But at this point, what God said and what they are seeing, they could not just comprehend. God has said a lot about every one of us. But there are many seasons in our life. In a particular season, God has said that you will be the head and not the tail. And in another season, the head gone, you are not seeing. The head you are not seeing. But that does not mean that what God has said will not come to pass. Every one of us, there are too many seasons. We have day and night. And every one of us, Bible said that weeping may endure but for a night, joy cometh in the morning. So whether you like it or not in this life, fundamentally you must deal with day and night in this life. Fundamentally you must deal with what? Day and night. And there's how to manage day. There's how to manage night. The things that you see in your morning seasons, they are not the same thing that you see in the night season. So that's why the Bible said that weeping may endure for a night, but what? Joy cometh in the morning. Even Jesus Christ said, I must do the work of him that sent me while it is day. The night cometh when what? No man. My mother-in-law, she's about 70. I think she'll be 77 this year. So, when I see my mother-in-law now, and what I used to know of my mother-in-law, time and age has taken its course over our life. And now my mother-in-law, for lack of better word, she's now like a shadow of herself. My mother-in-law that used to be very, very active back in the days and all of that. But now, Mama is just one place. She cannot walk again. She needs some level of support here and there and all of that. That's what? Principle of day and what? Night. You will never be young all the days of your life. It's not possible. You will never remain like this all the days of your life. And all the days of your life, you will not experience day all the days of your life. There are times that you will experience what? Night, that night season. Back in the days when we used to, back in the days when they used to do some of these very funny NTA programs, there's one like that. They used to threaten us back in the days with Amadioha, something like that. They threaten us with Jomi Joki. They threaten us with all manner of stuff. So, as a young man, after watching that NTA program, to go and sleep is a lot of problem. And when you are sleeping, God will not help you. Maybe your brother or your sister, they will not hang one cloth somewhere. You understand? But see, you have no problem when during the day and they hang any cloth anywhere and you can see, you have no problem. But when it's night, they hang anything somewhere, you have a lot of problem. What's the difference? The same thing but different seasons. It simply means that there are some things that in light you understand. There are some things that in darkness you can never understand. Never. So it simply means that in that night season, all that you need is just some bit of light. With light, you are fine. You are fine. This is my 11 years. I've seen as a way that there are too many challenges. There are too many challenges. And then, as a single person, there are some things that you can never understand in marriage. Never. You can just be doing quotable quotes. Just be, see, theory and practical, they are never the same thing. Never the same thing. When I marry, is it not? I will be very kind. Is it not me? I can never slap somebody. One of us in our church, this guy is calm, very, very calm. The guy just got married, and then A day to their wedding, Friday evening. The guy just called my wife. No, the wife to be just called my wife that I'm no longer interested in this marriage. I'm no longer interested in this marriage. What's going on? The guy that day gave her the beating of her life. Relax now, calm down now. You know we are saying Jesus now. And then when we heard, my wife called me that this what they are married the next day. When I got there and all of that, I had to, they're not married again. And then, she explained. And then the guy too now explained. See, pressure. There's a dimension of pressure that they put on this your body. You begin to misbehave. Dimension of pressure that they put on this body. That you will now begin to do things that not convenient. See this our Bible story now. See this Bible that we're reading. Husband and wife. Abraham and his wife. God said, I will give you, don't worry. This child belongs to you. Just calm down. But if you read 16, you will see. If you read 15, you will see Abraham was saying that, God, I need this child. What's going on now? Is it my slave, Eliezer, that will now be the God? What's going on? And then in 16, the pressure moved from the man, you understand, to his wife. And the wife now said that, Abraham, my husband, since God has restrained us from having a child, see that my maid with your eye, that my maid will enter your eye. Are we together? Are we together? Say that my maid will enter your eye. That my maid. And Abraham said, oh, well, thank God I'm not. Are we together? Are we together? Because normally now, Abraham should say, God forbid bad thing. How can I do this kind of wickedness and sin against? But Abraham said, oh, well, thank God. And then you can now imagine. So, the maid, you know something about slaves? They don't have a life of their own. What you eat, when you eat, how you move, you understand? Everything around you is what? Under control. It's regulated. Highly regulated. And as a maid, your opinion in the house, they count. You can only advise. If you remember the story of Naaman too, it was the maid. The maid that said, there is something that I know. I'm sure they say, shut up, you don't know anything. So, the maid now, she was pregnant, and then a minor character, you understand, started acting like a major character. There are minor things in our lives and in our, as a single or probably as a married man, that minor matters. They now become so dominant. They take over the entire issue. Changes the course of what we're talking about. Husband and wife. Minor, small matter. And I've seen that, in this life, a man and woman, we are not the same. We are not the same. 11 years. There is a lot I've been able to learn in 11 years. Me. If you come to our house and